Hi, welcome back to the Cookalong Clwb. I'm Harrod and this is Pip, and we're going to be cooking Chinese chicken curry for you, which is one of our very, very favourites. So imagine a takeaway that's probably going to cost you about 25-30 quid, and we're going to make this for a fiver. How much? £5. So this is brilliant. We're gonna do rice, we're gonna do chicken. So this recipe is absolutely amazing using leftover roast. So this is a good Monday night dinner. But if you haven't got any leftover roast, buy some chicken, buy some vegetables. You can use beef, you can use pork, you can use whatever you like, whatever you fancy. We're gonna put an onion in it, Pip's least favorite thing in the world, but I think it's a necessity. You do have a list. We're gonna chop that up quite big. Pip's going to chop up the chicken and show you how to do that safely, because what's really important is when we're cooking that we check our digits, our eyes, our noses, our fingers, our toes, and we make sure we've got the same amount at the end of cooking as at the start as well. That's really important. We need a reliable, responsible adult to help with this one as well. Okay, so Pip and I are going to have a pan each. Not competitive at all. We've got Chinese chicken curry paste. Now this stuff you can get in the supermarkets. You can get in your local butchers. It's around about £2.80 a pack. You can get it cheaper, but we're just going to use a quarter, and that's going to feed 4 people. So that's a lot of meals you're going to get out of one pot. This is really, really, really good store cupboard stuff. Okay, we're going to leave that. Pip's going to do the curry side. I'm going to do the rice side. I'm terrible at cooking rice. I have burnt the house down nearly. I did destroy a pan. Pip saved the pan. She had to scrub the pan. So make the rice as you normally would. Just add half a teaspoon of turmeric. Don't listen to my instructions about making rice. I am a disaster. I can only do it one way, and that's literally cooking it, and then I pour boiling water over it after. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. I've been criticised so many times, but that's the only way I can do it. I can't do it any other way. Read the packet. That will tell you what you need to do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is Pip's going to chop up the chicken, and we're going to gently warm some oil in a pan. And Pip's going to chop up some chicken carefully using the arch method so that no fingers are damaged. She's also washed her hands, just to reconfirm. And I'm going to do the onion. Now I'm going to chop this quite big because I think it's illegal to have a Chinese chicken curry without an onion. I'd like a green pepper in there as well, if I'm honest. But, you know, you've got to work with your audience. You've got to know your audience, and you've got to win the battles you can win. So I've got a little onion, and I'm going to peel this and chop it into biggish bits because it's easier to pick out if you're a fussy eater. Just saying. It's not spicy. If you want to make it spicy, add some chilies to it. Make it as you want. I think this makes a really good vegetable curry as well. So you could add peppers and mushrooms. You could even add some tofu. Again, just whatever ingredients you like, whatever ingredients you've got. Make it your way and enjoy it. Okay, so I've just peeled the onion. I've just taken the outer brown bit off. I don't want to take any more off. You don't need to waste it. You don't need to cut off half your onion. And I'm just going to cut it through the middle, and I'm cutting through the arch. So even I do that as well. And then nice big chunks I'm going to put in. You kind of want to get the onions browning a little bit. They don't need to be too soft. It's quite nice having a bit of a crunch. So this is going to bubble, but it should cut down the heat. And we're just going to get that going. Perfect. Perfect. So this is quite noisy, but I've just got the onion in first with a bit of oil. And then we're going to put the chicken in. And the chicken's going to go from pink to white, and then we know it's cooked. And once the chicken is cooked, we can then add the paste and some water, because it'll dilute and it'll make a thick paste. And we're going to add a load of vegetables as well. So we are winning a little bit on vegetables. You want to put the chicken in there. And while that's happening, I'm going to get the rice going. So there you go. Pip's going to pop the chicken in. I'm just going to hold the pan while she does that because you don't want the pan spilling over. There you go. Perfect. So it's going to go from pink to white. And what's always good when you're stirring with the pan is you got one hand on the pan as well. So one hand on the pan, one hand stirring. You're keeping everything safe then. You don't want anything to tip over you. It's going to be hot. It's going to hurt. Especially on these induction hobs as well because they're quite slippery. So it's really important you've got control of the pan. So the rice, we're just using long grain, easy cook rice. You could use basmati rice, you could use whole grain rice. You can use whatever rice you like, but follow the packet and cook it as you normally would. Don't listen to me at all. Honestly, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. What is good with this is using the turmeric. Turmeric is super, super good for you. And it just gives it a really nice colour and an extra taste. So all I'm going to do is put some rice in. Enough for 4 people. And I'm going to cover that with plenty of water. Pip's going to put some turmeric in because she is a turmeric queen. So the chicken's pretty much cooked. You can see it's gone from pink to white. It's got a good colouring on it. And then what we're going to do, we're going to make the paste. So with the rice, I've got it cold water. I've put the rice in and I'm gently going to bring it up to the boil. It's all about calmly cooking rice. You stress it out and it'll go mushy. Okay. And in this pan, we've got the chicken and we've got the onions. And Pip is just cutting out the paste. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a solid paste. And if you cut it into 4, then you've got enough in that quarter for 4 people. Oh, look at that. Big old piece. You just slowly add some water and slowly mix it and that'll just thicken it. There you go. And if it's too runny, you can add a little bit more, and if it's too thick, just add a bit more water. But again, you know, this is your sauce, your way. Really simple, really easy. So I'm just mixing it now to mix up that paste with water. It mixes really easily. And once we've got it mixed, we'll add some more vegetables then.
Like peas and sweet corn.
Like peas and sweet corn. There is a theme, isn't there, with you? Definitely sweet corn and peas. Any other vegetables? Not so much. How do you feel about celery? How do you feel about mushrooms?
Nope.
How do you feel about chilies?
No.
No, there's a lot of no's. But you don't mind cooking with things, which is good. Right, so this is done pretty much. We can add some, probably add half of the sweet corn. We're using frozen sweet corn for this.
And it's cooked.
Just because it's really convenient in the freezer to have a bag of frozen sweet corn, frozen peas. You can add them to anything then whenever you want them.
Do all of the peas.
We'll do half the peas.
Why?
There you go. That's enough. And then we're just going to leave that cook. Easy peasy, literally 2 minutes. So it's all cooked. So our Chinese chicken curry is done. Our yellow rice, so we added turmeric to the rice. I didn't burn the pan or anything, but make it as you normally would make it. So we've got rice and we've got Pip's Chinese chicken curry, which is just so gorgeous. There we go. A little bit of chicken. Perfecto. Right, I'll just take that bit off. But if you can imagine, £5 for 4 people. This is a meal for a king or queen, or for me. I don't want to share it. There you go. Chinese chicken curry.